Hey everybody. So, this is Homelands. All sorted out. Found there's some cards I didn't have. Well, I'm surprised I didn't have many of. You know, for instance, looking through this, I found that apparently I don't own a Baron Sanger. Kind of surprised me too, to be perfectly honest. I'm like, I don't own a Baron Sanger. I mean, it's not even all that good, but I don't own one? Really? That's weird. And there's the stack of extra stuff. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's Homelands. It's mostly jank. Despite this, however, I noticed there are several cards that were notable by their absence because I have them in decks. Yeah, believe it or not, I have some Homelands cards in decks. Creepy, huh? I've got I've got some Annabis Shamans and Annabis Spirit Crafters in Didgeridoos in a Minotaur deck. It's fun. It's not the most efficient deck in the world, but when it works the way it's designed to, it just locks the opponent down. They can't do anything, and then I start like bashing face with Battle Cattle. But over the years, you know, Minotaurs have been like getting better and better, and they don't get published that often either. They're one of the more under-supported tribes. Though I think they're better supported than dwarves. You know, I think dwarves they don't have a big place in the Magic universe. That, and of course, some people have made the argument that because the traditional fantasy dwarf has such a commitment to honor and family and clan and all that other fun stuff, that they're more appropriate for white than they are for red. And I can't really say I blame them on that. But they were originally placed in red, I think, mostly because they live in mountains. Yeah. But it's sort of like, you know, one of the things that really that was kind of interesting. I don't recall there being any dwarves in Ravnica. And if there were, they'd be a shoo-in for the freaking Boros. But oh well. That, and of course, we had all sorts of weird stuff in here. We had the Dwarven Sea Clan, kind of a weird one. Ravnica Wizard Savant, which I believe is a dwarf now. Storyline-wise, she was a dwarf. So originally was Irini Sanger. All sorts of weirdness going on in Homelands. Oh, another thing from the Homelands that I have in decks is I have Fairy Nobles in a fairy deck. I'll be perfectly honest, despite what Lorwyn did for fairies, I've overall found that most of the really good fairies are still in Urza's block. Most notably the Thornwind fairies and the Cloud of Fairies. And looking over it, I don't really think the black in that deck, I only splashed it in, but I don't think the black in that deck really adds enough value to it. It's sad to say. But it is what it is, and I actually do intend one of these days to go back to that deck and do some editing on it. But in the meantime, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, I don't have a lot of Homelands, so I figured I'd start off with something that wouldn't take too long because I got things to do tonight. Alrighty. Be good, peoples.